Nobody on here because it's early. All right, guys. I know probably most of y'all ain't up this early. I'm just getting off work and I'm gonna go to bed. So it's easier sometimes to do a live and let this just automatically record this and go up. So this is kind of a semi-truck video, but not fully because it could be anybody who's a motorist. But I want y'all to hear me because I've had for the past 3 days the most disturbing conversations with drivers. First of all, I don't know if anybody saw the accident that took place in Texas. I had people I knew who were in the area who filmed it. Um, it's unfortunate to the families that lost people. That's going to be a bad part of it. The other problem with what took place is that not only do you have the people who lost people, but you also have the truck drivers who are probably, I'm almost guaranteeing you, somebody's going to jail for manslaughter, and the companies and what they're going to have to pay out for those accidents. So what I'm going to talk about, and I ain't going to be on here long, is going to be about this book right here and some things and some situations. I work for mainly what I would consider a starter company, okay, in trucking. And for the past few days, since the weather has been crazy, I've had drivers call me and ask me, what are the road conditions where they're at? I'm like, I'm in Arizona. I have no way of knowing what the road conditions are where you're at. But since you are where you're at, you can just call 511. What is 511? Inadequate training. This book right here, every truck driver should own one of these. Maybe it's not this big laminated one that I have, but you should own one. They're at every truck stop. I know at Pilots and all those truck stops, if you go buy them brand new, the year that they're in, these things run upward of 40, $50. But most of you will eventually get by Iowa 80. And at the TA there in the fuel aisle, there are boxes that are right near the freaking register. And the boxes that are near the register are usually no more than $14 or $15. It's a year or two behind, and you'll get one of these. So if you go this year, and what's this, 2021, 2019, 18, or 20, may be in the box, laminated, may even be large print for $15, okay? You need to buy one of these. If you can buy a couple of subs, you can buy this. When you are on the road, this is kind of like a semi-Bible for us, and it should be. The first problem is too many of the drivers are GPS dependent. And if the GPS goes out on your truck, well, I don't know what to do. Do you have a map on the truck? No, I ain't got no map. How in the hell are you a driver and you don't have a map? This should be standard. There is so much information in here. Motor carrier programs, talks about fuel taxes, even gives you hotel and motel websites and numbers. But what I want to show you is this. See where it says road, construction, and conditions. I am talking to drivers who are calling their company and asking a driver manager or a person in the office to give them road conditions for the state that they're in. Now, I don't have Bill's expertise, my trucker Bill, which I'm going to end up talking to him. I'm actually just going to bring this up. I don't have his expertise. I don't know who's on here, but welcome and give us a like, thumbs up, and share it out. But the one thing I do know is 511 is not just for truck drivers. It's for any motorist. And it's amazing to me that we have motorists who do not know what 511 is. You know what 911 is. We used to know what 411 is. 511 is road conditions. It allows you, once you get into a state and you dial that number, it will put you in touch with the road conditions for the state that you're in. And oftentimes you can press in the interstate that you are going down in order to find out what the road conditions are. I don't know how quick that pileup had happened in Texas, but I do know, one, the disconcerting part of seeing that FedEx truck run into the back of those cars was the fact, A, the speed he looked like he was going. B, I don't know if he hit his brakes even before he hit that skid. How far ahead was he even paying attention for what he was coming up on? When you drive, even a car, people, you got to pay attention. I have been in cars where I've seen people who are playing on their phone, playing games, going down. I'm like, y'all doing too much. You got to pay attention. I had a call from a lady who worked for a whole nother trucking company. She says, I'm behind one of your trucks. And there's sparks coming from underneath the cab, between the cab and the fifth wheel. What that told me, if she's behind the truck and she's seeing, I said, you see? I was like, yeah, you seeing that. That means he's not looking at his mirrors. That's a problem. You're either not doing your job or you gotten too comfortable, or whatever it is, it's not good. Part of you driving that truck is being aware of what you're driving and the dangers of what you're driving. And you should be scanning ahead, because you should always be looking for an out and always looking for anything that could possibly happen. Especially when you know conditions are different. Rain, wind, snow, ice. It's beyond scope. It's just beyond scope. In the beginning of this, you see, I'm going to bring this up again. If any of the new drivers or people coming in or you don't know, in here, you will see it gives you the states, and it gives you not only can you call 511 in certain states, it gives you toll-free numbers. Guys, I had phones with this stuff programmed in for where I was going. If I knew I drove certain states a lot, I had those numbers programmed in. I think it's Nevada. Their 511 isn't any good. You have to use their app, but you put, I think it's Nevada. See, I think it's Nevada or California, but I think it's Nevada. You use it, and it puts everything in. Everybody and their mama got a smartphone nowadays. Everybody and their mama got a smartphone nowadays. You should be able to get onto any apps that they have, and you also should be able to download different weather programs. On my app, I had a folder called Trucking. That included Trucker Path, it included weather apps, it included anything for 511 road conditions. I had a bunch of information in there, scale, any kind of apps that dealt with trucking, organized. But when you call in your company asking them for road conditions, well, I don't know what it is. Do you have a radio on the truck? Well, yeah. Is it on weather band? Now I'm hearing all this boop-de-boop-de-boop music in the back, but I ain't hearing weather band. In this time of the year, when you driving into the insanity, the music needs to go off and weather band needs to go on. Because weather band is another feature that will tell you wind speeds, road conditions, what's going on, if there's a backup, an accident. It gives you details sometimes that you can use ahead of driving into madness. The other thing, drivers. Oh, I've been driving since 2000 and something. So why are you parked on the side of a road? Well, the weather's getting bad. So why are you parked on the side of the road? You need to check weather conditions before you drive into a situation. I would drive just close enough to get. I had a little company, small company I worked for. I forgot who it was. Oh, out Oklahoma. I took the load up there, delivered the load. When I got up there, I got there just as I saw the snow coming down and the snow plows coming in. But I had planned for stops because I saw that there were weather issues. I said, okay, I did mine in legs. So let me see, I'm going to go here to here and then check the weather. I'd stop, go do a bathroom check. While I was in the bathroom, check the weather, do the 511 road conditions. Okay, it's clear from here to here. So I'm going to go ahead and drive that right now. Boom, got to there. I had stops along what I call legs along the way in order to make sure what I was driving into, especially if I knew I was driving into storms. This way, you can shut down properly. Being on the side of the road and somebody slides into that truck and they die, you're going to prison for manslaughter. No ifs, no ands, no buts. Why? Because once they take you to court, they're going to say, did you check the weather? Did you check road conditions? There was a storm announced 8 days ago. You should have been checking this, and you should have found a safe place to shut it down. You shouldn't have been there. Your fault. Even if you didn't hit them, because you're the professional driver, and there are tools you should be using. And I'm blown. Today I was so disturbed talking to people. Yesterday I was even more disturbed because I had a guy who had like double, triple the experience I had, supposedly. And hey Wendy, and when I asked this man how long he been driving, the first thing he said was, well, can you tell me the conditions? I said, if you check 511, you're in the area, I'm not. What's that? What the Sam HELL hockey sticks? What do you mean, what is that? Didn't you just tell me you've been driving for XYZ number of years? Boy, if you don't get off this dang phone with me. Did not know, supposedly, what 511 road conditions was. I had one lady call me and well, the 511 road conditions isn't working here. I think she's a trainer because she has a student on the truck. How the hell are you training a student? If the student is sitting in the seat, all you got to do is pull out this atlas if they driving. Go to like page number, what is this, like third or fourth page? Road conditions. And there's numbers for, freaking numbers even for Canada. Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba, 511 works in Canada. Hell, there's even for Mexico, there's a website. I'm not understanding. It's not computing for me. It's really not computing. And the worst case scenario, the federal government has a website for road conditions for the state and local agencies. I'm not getting it. And how you didn't know 511 offered road conditions, I have no idea. And you have a CDL. We need to pull your CDL out your pocket. Hey, Edward, what's up? I'm going to get to it in a minute. Let me finish my rant because I'm lit this morning because y'all don't even know. Most of my shift today has been, well, yesterday was even worse. Yesterday and the day before were worse. Can you tell me the road conditions? Now, they want me only doing 1 to 2 minute calls. So, no, I can't be on this phone with you searching through maps to look for this little piece of road that you're going to be driving down to tell you the road conditions. 511. I got nothing. 6 years of driving a truck, I never called my company and no company I work for, and I work for several, and asked them what the road conditions were. Because it is not, to me, their responsibility. It's yours. You're the professional driver. And I'm so done right now. I was like, and when I had the guy who told me, I think 12 years or whatever, he's like, 511, I ain't never heard. Are you crapping me? Shut the front door. What the hell you mean you've been driving that many years and you don't know what 511 road conditions is? We're going to interview Bill. Oh, we're going to interview Bill. Mother of God in heaven. It's been that day. Then the one who called me talking about, I just pulled up some app. I said, well, sweetie, you know you can download apps onto your phone and look at the weather. It looks like everything, and I'm just here on the side of the freeway. Why in the hell are you on the side of the freeway? You should have been shut down at whatever the rest area or the truck stop is before you drove into the madness. Fluffy would have been sitting in the bunk eating a hamburger. I'm sorry. If somebody want to chain and come get that load, they welcome to. I'm not driving in the madness. I'm going to wait for it. I sat like a day and a half waiting for cabbage to clear up. I sat 2 days outside of Donner because they kept doing chains on, chains off. Then they have an accident and then they shut it down. I wasn't driving up in there until they said it was clear and I knew trucks were getting through and other stuff was getting through. Day 2, I went through. It's winter. This is some of what you're going to do. That's why you need to put some money aside for the winter, because you're going to have to go through the madness. And in the summer months and those months where they have tornadoes and all that stuff and hurricanes, weather ban, 511 road conditions. Guys, I don't know. I don't know what to say. And it's not that I necessarily even want to do trucking videos to them, because I'm kind of tired on that level. But this today it's just disconcerting. One, because it's a training issue. And it's also sad, although I'm happy they did do it. I had a driver, I didn't know this company did it. They actually told the driver to shut down. I guess they sent messages on their onboard computer telling them to shut down in certain parts of the country. Honestly, in my humble opinion, your company, I think it's a good step to do, but they shouldn't have to tell you to shut down. You should already be trained to know conditions in which you should not drive. Companies like Hirschbach, the small little trucking company that I work for in Lubbock, they don't even put chains on their truck. They basically say, if the weather's bad, we want you shutting it down. We don't want you driving in those conditions. We don't even want to risk a lawsuit. They don't want to pay the money. Now, these other companies, they don't care. They're so greedy, and they don't care if you die, kill 5 other people. God forgive me. I'm going to say it that way. I don't mean to be mean. Maybe they do, but it's different. And unfortunately, they really put them chains on there, and I don't train chains. Because if you get hit with the chains on, automatically your fault. You shouldn't have been there. You should have been shut down. I'm just going to tell you. And chains are to get out, not to go through. So if you do get stuck, it's meant to get out. Some people use them to go through. I don't. I shut down. And I chained 1 time out of 6 years. 1 time. And after I found out more about the liabilities of me as a CDL driver, and if somebody hits me with chains on, A, I didn't like chaining in the first place. It's a lot of work. And B, I'm not going to do it. I'm good. Anyway, I just had to go there because I was blown away. And people who are GPS dependent, well, you know, this GPS on this thing y'all gave me, it don't work. Son, I started driving before the GPSs start coming out. Just before. Mine was some little ghetto GPS when I first had it. But I'm going to tell you what, I used a lot. Matter of fact, when I planned most of my loads, I always went to this and looked through to kind of have a flow of where I was going. There are tools and technology has come a long way that can help you as a truck driver. But this right here should be like a Bible on your truck. And it doesn't make sense to me that I'm talking to people. To me, every company should require you to have it. And or put it on the, well, I don't know if I want them to spend the expense. Well, take it out your check. Make sure you have it by saying, hey, we require you to have it and we're going to deduct it from your check. Just like they do the locks and everything else for the loads. And then they need to do a class on reading it and what's in front of it, because it's obvious, especially for these starter companies, that these babies have no clue of where they get their information from. They sit them in a seat and tell them to go forward like a monkey, and they don't know nothing more. It's insanity. Anyway, let me read y'all comments because I done had to go off. Hey, Chicago BBW. And I didn't plan on doing a live, but I just got hot. CBs, yes. Edward Goodwin, because my last CB had weather alert on it. So I had a Cobra, and you could set the weather alert. So if there was a weather issue in the area, it would actually come on with the weather band and click right back off, which told me something's going on. As soon as I heard that, I would get to the first safest place to pull off, park, hit the weather band, or if I could do it while I was driving. That's the other thing. I got drivers who don't even realize the trucking companies have weather band on their trucks. The hell is going on? I'm like, what? I didn't drive for this company, but I really would like to sit in their orientation because I'm really concerned about I want to know what they teach these people in orientation, because I'm like, what are y'all doing orientation? Would y'all just have them come in and give them a Coke and a smile? Because these ninjas don't know nothing. I'll be on the phone like, did you guys have orientation? Yeah. don't know how to do their call. Well, their system is different too. They don't know how to do their calls on their system, how to enter information. I'm like, what in? I don't know. Unless they was in this, in the orientation like this, I don't know. I'm really having an issue right now. Oh, all right. Hold on. Seems like everyone was flying. It was sad seeing the, yeah. With Texas, they're not used to snow, ice conditions like what they have in. I mean, they get it, but not like this. Well, I had 6 months of experience when I first started training for Swift, and I knew better than half the stuff they doing. Right. Young Black, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. Yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm just totally blown away, and it wasn't to be a trucking video today, but I got off work and it's been bugging me. The call yesterday when the man said, "What's that?" When I said 511 road conditions, it jacked with me all day. And I talked to Grumpy. So for those who don't know, when I say Grumpy Smurf, that's my father, and my father's retired railroad. And I was because he asked me, he said, "You see the truck thing up here in Texas?" I said, "Yeah." And so we talked, and I said, I said last night, I talked to him yesterday, I told him last night, man, I said, I talked to these people, I said, and I started telling them the stories. He did trains, but he understands. I said, you should see the Goonie Goo Goo Scooby Doo look on my face when that man said, "What's 511?" I was like, what the hell do you mean? Bro, how long have you been driving? If anybody who got a CDL and you've been driving past 6 months and you don't know what 511 is, I really, really need your license. I need your license. I need you to park the truck, and I need you to go home and find a different career. I'm sorry. Oh, sweet mother of Jesus. What in the hell is five? I got nothing. I was like, oh my God. And so they're calling like these drivers. I was blown up yesterday and the day before, asking me for road conditions. Ninja, is this 511? No. This is XYZ company. Is there something wrong with your load? You can be like, I can put that down. But when you get off on me, you need to call 511 road conditions. I'm sitting in Arizona. You're in Wisconsin. And there's 1,800 different interstates. And what I'm supposed to be searching for this little piece of interstate for you, I got called. No, and they only want me to be on here 1 to 2 minutes. They really don't want me helping you anyway. So no, bro, you gotta help yourself. 511 road conditions. It's about as bad as what I'm dealing with logs. I get them calling. Well, what hours am I getting back? I don't know. What does it say on your system? 1 to 2 minutes, I can't get into log conversations with you. I can't teach you logs. That's something you need to talk to your driver manager about, and they can't teach you logs. Half of them don't know. Really, they need to have a safety department class, and they have something. They don't need something shown on computer. They need to bring these drivers in face to face, and they need to have a log class. I'm really just curious if DOT would audit them, and they need to audit the logs for these drivers. I bet you 10 to 1 is a hot A mess. Because I be talking like, I spent 5 minutes, which to me is way too long, explaining to a driver about off-duty personal conveyance when you don't have hours to drive legally. How long you been driving? He said 2 years. I need your license. You park the truck, give me your license, go home. Somebody else is hiring. You're done. You're done. Well, I'm at the customer and I'm almost out of hours. What do? Deliver the load. Well, I'm going to be in violation. Yeah, and? Are you driving on the legal street? No. Just go off duty yard move, but it's going to put me in violation. Yeah, and? What are you going to do? Pull into the guard shack? Your hours go, and you're going to just say, okay, Mr. Guard, I'm out of hours. I'm going to crawl back in the bunk and park it right here and block every other truck. Get the hell out of here. Go deliver the load. Put yourself in off-duty yard move. You may have violations, but you weren't illegal on the street. Once you're done, ask the customer, can you stay there? If the customer says no, DOT has given you the option of off-duty PC to the furthest safe place to shut down. Off-duty PC. Go shut down. Do your 10-hour break and your hours come back and it's clear again. It's disconcerting. Y'all, it's so disconcerting. I'm praying. Because I be sitting up there going, I really, really need y'all to have a training class. And I really want to know what y'all are teaching in orientation because it's kind of scary. I don't even know. I wonder if they do an orientation. I wonder if they just take them to the truck and give them the keys. Oh, mother of Jesus. Oh, sweet mother. Anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm clowning this morning. I'm tired. Oh, sweet mother. So I named this The Dangers of Don't. Don't know. Don't try to know. Don't want to know. Don't. Don't do nothing different. Just stay in the same foolishness. Y'all, you in your own way. If you're going to be in the industry, learn about it. I know it's a job, but it's a job you got to do. Oh, sweet mother. Anyway, y'all, how y'all doing? Before I get up in here, get me something to eat and take my little black butt to bed because I'm tired. I'm going to be making some meatloaf, I think, later today. I ordered from Amazon Fresh, and they delivered here right as I was getting ready to end my day. And I got some ground turkey. That's about the only meat. I don't really need no more meat, but I have had a craving for meatloaf. That's the other problem. Really, you know what I think, Wendy? I think they should require new drivers to run a virtual paper log in conjunction and turn that in for the first 30 days on the truck. And for you to get your pay, there's two things. Your loaded call, your empty call, and your paperwork must be done. And if it's not done, you do not get paid. I have a feeling some people would learn how to do their stuff if they did that. Also, 30 days, you must turn in as a driver to the company. To make sure you understand logs, I want you to run a virtual paper log in conjunction. And to get paid, you must actually scan that in. After the 30 days, you can be all ELDs. And it would have to say training log, something like that, because you don't want to use it formally, but it's training so that that person can learn how to do logs and require them to run that for 30 days. Once they run that for 30 days, that will diminish them calls they get into the company, and it's requiring. The same way there's companies that have the driver scan portions of their truck just to show they supposedly did a pre-trip. It's madness. It's just absolutely madness. But like I said, I'm gonna do that little interview with Bill, and Bill said any monkey can get in the front seat and go forward and backward in the truck. It's learning how to survive out here and how to use all the tools at your disposal. Facts. That's a good word right there. Oh, sweet mother. Edward says 6 months. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. You true. There's some 6 months, and it's another 6 month driver teaching somebody else. I had one driver. He said, "Ma'am, I didn't learn nothing." I said, "I already know." He says, "I didn't really get good training. All he had me do was drive." I was right. And see, that's the other thing. When you get these trainers, I really believe they need to put some responsibility on them. When you train the driver, any accidents they get, any this, that, and the other thing, it's gonna be on you. So you want to make sure they're well trained. The number of calls they calling in to ask certain questions, that's going to be on you. And we're not going to pay you up front the whole thing. We're going to pay it in piecemeal because it's going to be based on your driver's performance that you trained. If they did that 10 to 1, we might having some better drivers. But, hey, I'm just saying, that's just my thought process. And if you interviewed some of these people to be trainers, but I know they're just trying to put as many butts in the seat as possible and throw the balls up in the air and whatever lands. Oh, that one with that FedEx guy? Yeah, I looked at it. I already know he wasn't paying no attention. He might have been eating a hamburger. He might have been playing on his phone. He might have been talking on the CB, but he was not paying any attention. Because I don't even know. I go back and see when the brake lights even came on. All I know is he was going way too fast. Because he came up on that accident. It wasn't even a slow motion. He was hauling butt. Probably had it on cruise control. Y'all, cruise control not in wet conditions. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And I understand new drivers. I'm making it because it's not like I wasn't. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story, and then I'll get over here because I gotta get some sleep because I'm really tired. I was working for Conway, and Trucker Bill, he knew my where I was running because we talk almost, if not every day, every other day. And Bill was at Saya at the time, and I like driving nights. I like driving the evening when nobody, not a lot of truckers and not a lot of traffic. I mean, you'd have trucks, but not a lot. I'm coming through the Nebraska area. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what I noticed. As I'm driving, I see what looks to be moisture, but it wasn't building up on the window, but it looked like it was kind of translucent. And it was, you could put your hand out and you could just, it felt, my hand didn't get wet, but it felt moist or humid. So I'm driving, I'm hauling, I'm in cruise control 65. Hillary was on the truck with me back then, my dog. I'm cruise control hauling butt. Okay, hauling butt. It's beautiful. Wasn't nobody on the road. Me, and I think I saw one car for miles. Bill started calling me, and I didn't really want to talk to Bill. I was listening to my music. I had a groove going on. I'm covering some miles. I had time on my clock. I'm knocking it out. Bill called me like 5, 6 times, but I'm like, oh my God, this brother. So finally I answered. He said, Shannon, where are you? I said, I'm in Nebraska. He says, are you parked? I said, no, man. I said, it's clear right now. I said, man, I have been kicking some miles right now. How fast are you going? I said, man, I'm in cruise control. I'm 65, whatever it was on that truck. I'm full throttle. He said, what do you see? I said, what do you mean? What do I see? The road. He said, are there any other trucks on the road right now? I said, I haven't seen a truck for a while. Are there any other vehicles on the road? I said, I saw a car. He said, do you know what you're driving on? I said, what do you mean I'm driving on the road? You're on ice. I said, Bill, it's not snowing. He says, you're in something called ice fog. Now, I'm from Arizona. I don't know what the hell ice fog is. I don't know what the hell ice fog is. This is where you got to learn about weather and weather conditions. He says, you don't see something different. Look at the road. And the road was glass. He was absolutely right. I was on ice. He says, what's your mile marker? Get that truck. Do not hit the brakes. Get off of cruise control. Let that truck coast down. And that's what I did. I let basically came off cruise, let it ease down on the speed. No, ease down. Once it gets slow enough, baby, that truck, you're coming up on a rest area. It's probably going to be full because this was in his corridor. Hey, Culinary, what's going on? I'm going, okay. I said, because at this point, I'm discombobulated because I know what ice is, but I've slid in a truck before. When I was a trainer with Werner, that crazy trainer I had wanted to take that curb, and I didn't take it, thank you God. I avoided a rollover, and they knew it. The training department kept calling me when I went to Swift and asking me to come back. They were like, you avoided a rollover, because I reported to them what took place, plus they got the information about the load shifting, and her telling me to go 65 on this. Bye. Anyway, and had I not followed what my trucking school had taught me, we would have rolled that truck. So Bill tells me, get it down. He says, and I went through the rest area. He told me, he says, if that rest area is full, you're going to slowly get back on the highway. If you have to hazard zone, and just this mile marker is going to be an exit on the left-hand side. I think it was a Pilot or something like that. He says, and you're going to have to make a park at this time of night. There was some little truck wash that had enough for me to get in there, come around, and actually park in that area till in the morning. And I said, well, if they wake me up and kick me off, I'll deal with that then. And I shut it down there. It's the first time I heard of ice fog. And what I was seeing were the crystals. That's why it looked like moisture, but it was weird. It was kind of humid, and it didn't make my hands wet like rain, but it was like, it was just like it's a thin moisture thing going on. Guys, I'm going to say it again. Y'all need to know your industry. And it's not just about sitting your butt in a chair going forward. And you shouldn't be calling your doggone. I'm just really blown at the number of people calling asking me for road conditions. I'm not in Washington State. I'm not up on Donner's Pass. All I'm going to do is look at something on there and tell you, okay, it looks like it's red here. It says slow. Pay attention. I'm not going to go look at mile marker 5-2 on I-19 or I-20 and know exactly what that... I'm not. I don't have that kind of time. There's people want me on these calls 1 to 2 minutes. So unfortunately, you have to do your job. But also, why are you trusting these people in the office to that degree? Most of them don't even have a clue at the depth of what you're handling on that road. Nor do they really care. I'm just going to be honest. So it's been disturbing to me because I only have 1 to 2 minutes to try to help somebody, and I really can't help you in 1 to 2 minutes. So you're going to have to help yourself. The amount of calling some of these people do to talk to these drivers, I'm like, wow. And the amount of trust they putting in there from logs, and these folks will tell you anything. Oh yeah, you can deliver that load on PC. Go ahead, do that. Go ahead and do that. And if you get pulled over by California DOT and they do a log audit and they see you were doing something and they ask you the question, what were you doing on PC? And you say, oh, I was delivering a load. You just opened yourself up to what I call the California DOT colonoscopy. They're going to get up in that truck and they're going to, baby, they're going to give you tickets for falsifying your logs. And they're going to go through that truck from the back to the front looking for any and everything wrong because your dumb behind did exactly what you're not supposed to do. Deliver a load under PC. It's not what it's for. Go on, do what they tell you to do. Go on, listen to them folks in the office that don't care about nothing but either getting a bonus. I'm just telling y'all trusting too much. You're trusting too much. You better make sure you know your stuff about your stuff. Anyway, let me see what y'all saying, and I'm gonna get my little butt out here. I am tired. Hold on, because I literally just got off work, 7 p.m. to 7, and I was up earlier. Hold on, let me see what we got going on. Oh, I already told you. I already knew he was driving too fast. I want to know when the brake lights came on. That's what I want to know. And they can, they can see that on the computer screen when they hook up to it. Yeah, the crash culinary, and y'all, I'm making meatloaf, I think, later. I got to put the meat up. This over here, they just delivered it. I did my spray. I'm going to do meatloaf. I got ground turkey from Amazon. I like that Amazon Fresh. I put in for it. Free delivery from 5 to 7 this morning. They delivered it right around 7-ish this morning. And not bad. I got like 3 different things of ground turkey. $2 and some change. A pound each. Genio. I'm going more natural, but Genio. What was I going to say? I got craving for meatloaf. Yeah, he was driving way too fast. And the sad part is somebody going to prison for that. That driver's going to go to prison. One of them definitely going to prison. 6 people died. He going to prison. I just randomly decide to cook stuff, and I haven't really done anything massively fancy. I just do what I feel. And people had said to me a long time ago they wanted to see me put some stuff together. So right now I've just been throwing stuff together. I'm probably going to film the meatloaf. I would tell you I like green olives in my meatloaf. I like green olives in general. I like things that are sour and tangy. So I'm going to end up chopping up. I got some big green olives right now. They have, they're stuffed with, I have to show y'all a bottle. I got 2 of them, and I already ate through one. I can just sit and eat them. It's stuffed with jalapeno and garlic, and I get them from Costco. I also have a Mediterranean one that's not bad also, but I'm a huge green olive fan. I'm also so on black olives I can eat them. They used to put them out for the holidays, But black olives aren't my thing. Green olives are my thing. I love me some green olives. I got some tomatillos in there. I'm gonna record that because I'm getting ready to bake those. Well, whatever fits in the toaster oven is getting baked. Whatever don't fit in the toaster oven is gonna probably go in the air fryer. And I'm gonna roast them. I'll roast them. I'm gonna roast the jalapenos, and then I'm just gonna take one of my ninjas. I got the cheapy ninja ones. I'm gonna take that and probably throw it in there and blend it up, and that'll be like my homemade little chile. Um, I'll try to film that for y'all, and then I'm gonna go through some of the hot sauces that I like from the Mexican grocery store. A lot of times you'll get them when you go to little hole in the wall taco places, our mariscos out here. And mariscos are like your seafood Mexican. Like I love ceviche. And they're like your Mexican. You know, if things get back to a semi-normal, some of those places are still open. And when me and Joe get together, because me and Joe already know, I said, Joe, when we can get back out a little bit, me and him already know we're going to be in food hell. Y'all gonna go on some food journeys. Because me and Joe go eat. Because that's what we enjoy doing. We like to go eat. Like my fat butt ain't fat enough. Look, I was sitting up there thinking, right? I'm like thinking about things to eat. I've been ordering. I done spent a whole bunch of money. I've been on a pho kit eating pho, Vietnamese soup. And so I need to get by this little Asian market up here. But I really have not gone. I haven't even gone to the grocery store lately. I've had everything delivered. We've got the that other strain of COVID, and I just really have stayed out of it. Only if I have to go out. I do have to have dental work coming up here in March. And if I have to go out, then I'm going to deal with it. But other than that, I've been just having everything delivered. And right now, my refrigerator freezer is full. I really, honestly, I had to figure out where I'm going to put this meat. Cause I ain't got no room. I got to figure out where I'm going to put this meat. So, well, I know I'm cooking at least one of them, making a meatloaf today. And I got some potatoes. I'm going to see how they doing. I've got them hid out in the dark because they won't go bad as fast. And I'm going to see if I'm going to take some of those and boil them and make some mashed potatoes. I got instant mashed potatoes, but I'm going to see if I can use up some of the ones that are under the cabinet. Culinary Grid, where's here? Where are you at? Oh, Biblical Fall? I didn't know that's who you were. Okay, I got you. I was like, I'm thinking, I like the Culinary Grid thing. I like that. But where are you? You in Florida? I think you in Florida. Well, y'all, Florida has a whole different mindset. My best friend live in Florida. I go, girl, I'm gonna go to my butt to bed. I'm probably gonna eat something. I got a church chair because the other chair I had that. Y'all see, I had the church chair. This chair will hold up to 800 pounds, but it was really cushiony. But now 400 pounds of me, the cushiony has gone down to squishiny. So I'm gonna have to put a pillow or something on here because the butt is not as comfortable as what it was when I first got it. But it's strong. Latrice Sheffield, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. Oh, driver too. Hold on, let me read this real quick. I went on a driver rant this morning dealing with the madness. Oh, I've heard it. I've heard former drivers in the office tell drivers, I've heard it, tell drivers to continue and go ahead and deliver the load and know well about being a violation. Dumb as hell if you followed it. You dumb. Florida, Florida, y'all got issues in general. On Florida, I ain't got no comment on Florida. Y'all got issues all the way around with y'all issues out in Florida, y'all. People out there don't believe in the virus and it's a hoax and it's the flu. All right. Let me know how that works on that ventilator if you get it. As a minister, you don't even know the number of calls I have of people or prayers for people who dying left and right. Folks out there trying to floss. One of my friends, I guess somebody she knew, Sheila, somebody she knew was a vocal coach for The Voice, brother. Oh, she sent me pictures with him standing next to his, he just bought a brand new Bentley. Can't drive that Bentley. He's sitting in, you know where he's at right now? He's in a casket in the ground. You might have wanted to listen to the Bentley could have sat in the shop. You trying to roll around, do all this flossing and stuff, and you flossed yourself right into a casket. God forgive me, I don't mean to be mean, but some stuff folks is doing is not worth it. I mean, I understand there's things we have to do. We have no choice. I got some major dental stuff going on. Like I can feel over here. I was talking to somebody and all of a sudden I had sharp shooting pain going all the way through here because I got leaking fillings. And anyway, it's just getting there. I got more cleaning to do, and then they're gonna, it's just getting there. I have my DM tell me to continue time. Yeah, you go and listen. Yeah. Well, oh, that's the other one. What should I do, bro? Do you see? I said I don't tell drivers what to do. That to me is your decision. That's why you had a CDL in your wallet. I'm not going to tell you to continue driving, and I'm not even going to tell you to chain up because I don't believe in chaining. But what do I do? I don't know, driver. What do you do? Are you shutting down or you keep going? Well, I'm going to see if I can go a little bit further. Oh, okay. That's up to you. Be safe. That's my conversation. I'm not in that truck. I had one telling me it's really icy out here, but I'm going to see how far I can get. You crazy as hell. Well, I'm parked on the side of the road. Why are you on the side of the road? How long you been driving? Oh, since 2000 and something. You're crazy. You should have called before you were on the side of the road, and you should have found places where you could stop knowing that you were going into a storm along the route. I can't. It's insanity. And I'm just sitting there on the phone going, mm-mm. But I'm almost happy about the 1 to 2 minutes. So now I don't even have to get into the deep conversation. I'm like, honey, I had to tell one driver, I said, what did he call me? Oh, he called me asking me something about his logs. I said, sweetie, I can't train you on logs right now. They have me with calls, times of being on these phones within 1 to 2 minutes. They want me on and off the phone. So with that mandate, I can't train you on logs. So what I can do is I can get you over to the people who created that system y'all use. And I can tell you that you need to probably sit down and carve out some time with your driver manager or someone in the safety department on how to figure out your logs. Or you can go to YouTube University and maybe see if they can show you how to do that. I can't do that for you. Other than that, what do you see on the screen? Okay, then I will follow what you see on the screen. If that is wrong, then you talk to XYZ, who does our tech support for it. If they tell you they cannot fix it, then you switch into your paper logs as mandated by DOT. That's my conversation. I don't have time to sit there and take you through every section of your logs because I don't have the time. 1 to 2 minutes is what they want. My boss told me cut them off if you have to. Okay, that's the cutoff. The cutoff is I can't. With a 1 to 2 minutes and you don't know how to read your logs, I can't get into that conversation. I can't sit here and look up I-20 mile marker 2 to find out what the weather conditions is on that. I'm going to tell you, I'm looking at this weather app and it shows slow go and there's snow. It's your responsibility as a driver in that truck to figure out your road conditions and how to map yourself to the load. I can send you best instructions I have and a number to the customer. I wasn't calling my driver manager. I think I called one time because the instructions they gave turned me into what looked to be a moving company, and I don't know how. And they talking about there was some, I don't know how. I wasn't making that turn. There was nothing indicating that there was a road there. And if I would have got that truck in there, honey, they would have, and there was no turnaround, they would have had to call somebody to tow that thing out because we were going to be stuck like Chuck. Because I didn't see nothing. And then when I found a place, there was a whole more truck friendly route that would have got you in. I don't know who gave them the instructions they had. It was madness. Anyway, y'all, I ain't gonna be on here long. We're ready to get my butt off of here. I think there's been 50 minutes of me ranting. Y'all be blessed. I'll do some meatloaf stuff later. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. Peace. 2 and 2. Deuces.